Okay, so my name is Jason Park. We are Maru restaurant on Wilshire Boulevard. Okay, so you had mentioned that the menu is kind of interesting or eclectic. So heirloom tomato salad, that followed the nigiri. But I kind of joked that if you sprinkle some sugar on top and you leave it in the fridge overnight, like you can't tell, but it just tastes like sugar, right? Like super sweet. But that's not true, it's just a joke. But the heirloom tomatoes that I buy is from Munyak Farms. They're in a very warm climate, so the flavor is concentrated and it becomes very sweet. And also, what's different from what most other people do is that I hand-pick every tomato. So I look at it, I examine it, and I smell it, and it goes into my box. You know, so every tomato you ate was hand-picked by me and placed in a box, which I carry to my car. Right, what we do is also shiso pesto. So shiso can be think of as like Japanese basil. It's a little bit milder, and it's pretty simple, just like a sherry vinaigrette and a little bit of balsamic reduction. That's what it is. So next course was butterfish, and butterfish is a semi-oily fish from Hawaii. It's robust enough to hold up to a heavier condiment, so we did something with cranberry beans. It also has some chicken stock and some Banyuls vinegar. We also sauteed some tomatoes and some black kale, pretty much stewed together, and then that's the base for the fish. And that's that. So crispy duck risotto is just a lot of different influences in my life that came together in this one dish. But I'm Asian, so my mom always cooked rice. In the bottom of the pot, there's that crispy layer of rice, which is, for me, pretty darn amazing. So I wanted to create that in this dish. But I also love duck confit. And then I also love risotto as well. But risotto, when it hits the plate, is supposed to ooze down and just be so, delicate yet al dente and very luscious and moist in your mouth. But I don't do that. It's super tight, meaning it's kind of dry. And what we do is we shape it into like a hockey puck, and then inside we encapsulate the duck confit. Right? So I'm doing many things wrong. Italian food with French food. Risotto is too tight. But when you put it together, it just tastes really, really good. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's something you should all try. So our filet is next. And that filet tends to be the least flavorful cut of beef on the whole cow. So what do you do to make it better, make it tastier? You add some texture. So it's pan roasted on the cast iron and thrown into the oven. There's also some sauces that we do. We do a carrot juice reduction, a balsamic reduction, basil oil, and a red jalapeno oil. And too many things can actually be bad because it conflicts with one another and doesn't work together, but in this situation it works very well. Right now we also do a garlic mash with shiitake mushrooms and just a light herb salad, which is red beet tops. So pork belly is next. It's pretty popular here too. But the thing I do different is a lot of people love the fat intact in a pork belly. I tend to differ on that. So what we do is we cook it a little bit longer so the fat renders out. And it's not that I remove all the fat. I keep probably 50% of what's there, but you end up with something where the fat is very, very tender and it's flavorful now instead of just being fat. So that's what I do different. But we put it on a bed of kale with a little bit of garlic in there. And we marinate some shallots and we oven roast tomatoes and we put that together, and we have acid, richness, and then we have some earthiness from the kale, and it just balances really well. That's our pork belly. So now we're on to desserts. So bread pudding, if you saw the ramekin video, I don't like bread pudding. I've never liked bread pudding, but there's some people that give me requests. One of the requests many years ago was bread pudding. So what I created was something I like to eat, which had texture, had caramelization from the sugar. So the top layer is crunchy and tender, center is al dente, and the bottom is just very luscious. And it has cho chocolate in there, TCHO. And it just tastes really good. We make our own vanilla ice cream, Tahitian vanilla beans, and we put that on top. So peach tart, pretty simple, but the difference is we make it with almond cream and slightly deconstructed. The sauce is made from nectarines from Rieger Farms. The peaches are from Rieger Farms as well, with almond custard. The crust is also with almonds, so it has a nuttiness and a lightness to it, and creme fraiche ice cream, which we make in-house. Now we're on to berry cobbler. It's Pudwell Farms berries, Harry's berries, strawberries, and all we do is we take the berries, stick it into a ramekin, mix the batter to order, and we bake it. May not be a very traditional cobbler, but you know what? It tastes very good, and it's topped with our Tahitian vanilla bean ice cream. So also with the desserts, you had Zona Rosa Roasters coffee, right? So we use that at Ramekin, we use it here. I like it because not only is it fresh roasted, but it's a good balance of medium to medium dark roast, and it's a perfect accompaniment to a lot of our sweets here.
We just finished the tasting menu from Chef Park. So what did you think of the meals?